Hello everyone and welcome to A Slice of My Life. It is mail call time from YEC Work and this has been a long time coming. I actually ordered this in March because I wanted it to be kind of like a birthday present to myself. But you guys know the pandemic hit shortly after that and it slowed down production time, it slowed down postal services, created a lot of delays, and now it's the month of June. It's finally here. Yeah, it took about 3 months. So belated birthday present to myself, I guess. But yes everyone, this is the Mini Viper and you guys know that I like the Viper design very much. This is a special version made out of the super steel known as M390. So let's crack this box open and check it out. Oh, and at this point I want to say that this is not going to be a review video. It's going to be more like a showcase video. But yeah, we have a few things here. First of all, let's check this out. It looks like a thank you card as well as a couple of stickers, but it's nicely packaged in a Ziploc bag, and I don't know why they did that, but I think it's kind of like to waterproof it. Yeah, it's nothing but just a thank you card. So this is an interesting thing to add. It's a nice touch for sure, but doesn't really do anything much except to say YEC and thank you for purchasing. So yep, very thoughtful anyway. Not something that makes the most sense, but very thankful. And then yep, a couple of YEC stickers, one in black and one in white. So I'm gonna put all of this aside. Let's check out what's inside this little felt pouch. I hear a bit of clinging here and there. Ah, okay, that's cool. So this is the Torx tool. Oh, awesome. There's a Torx, and I believe this should be a Torx T6 screwdriver here. A few spare screws, a pair of steel balls and a pair of glow balls, and what looks to be an R188 bearing. It could be a spare, I don't know. Should we turn off the lights now and check out whether these things are glowing? Well, let's just do that for a little bit. It's not the darkest ambience I'm in right now, but let's try it out anyway. Yeah, I can definitely see it glowing, but when I turn off the lights, then the camera doesn't pick it up because it's a really faint glow, but it glows, which is a cool thing. So I'll put this aside and let's just open up this case now. Yep, much like the previous YEC case that I actually showed in a previous video. This is the same one where it's completely printed all over and it's got a golden hue on the trimming here, or the lip I should say, of the lid. There we go, very nicely packaged and it's been layered with foam. Yep, and then we have the Mini Viper here and it is vacuum packed. Oh, okay, so there's a tab here that you can just rip apart. Just pull it across and I'll do that. There we go. And here is the Mini Viper, everyone, in M390. And I really like the fact that it's featuring a two-tone kind of finish. You can see some polished parts and some... What is this? What kind of a finish is this? I'm just gonna say it's matte, right? So the flats out here on the arms are kind of like in a matte finish. And then the flats here is polished, but okay. Not the best in terms of finishing now. I mean, I like the two-tone, but you could see some of that finish kind of bleeding into this area here. This is probably the best way for me to show it to you guys. Maybe up here, look at that. Yeah, not the best in terms of finishing, so a little bit disappointed there because, well, I paid a premium price for this. This actually cost me $232 US, everyone. Yeah, so that's something that YEC has to improve. Yeah, I don't know, like, I'm thinking if that were to happen, it's only gonna happen if you stonewash this thing, but I don't think stonewashing will polish this, so I'm gonna have to, I guess, polish everything myself all over again, which is kind of a bummer. And there's some serialization going on and it looks to be either 900 or 006, and I'm assuming that it's 006 because to my knowledge there were only 10 of these made. I mean, I may be completely wrong, right? But apart from that, guys, it's got the main aesthetic of a Viper here, just that it's smaller, and I think that this smaller size is a lot more comfortable, and I guess personally the proportions look kind of nicer. So yes, let's pop the buttons off and then let's see what's going on in the core of this spinner. And this button doesn't seem to want to come off. There we go. That's quite a snug fit. What kind of finishing is this? It looks like it's got some kind of a patina going on it, right? You guys can see the difference in color, right? There's some kind of a brownish tone to that. It's kind of strange, but okay. This is the core of the spinner, and I'm probably gonna have to remove the plate once I'm done recording this video because I want to make sure that the bearing isn't rusted, since this has been in transit for like 3 months. Okay, I don't know if it's been in transit for 3 months, but it's taken 3 months to arrive to me, right? And the part of any spinner that is most susceptible to damage would be the bearing always. Like, that's the first thing that starts rusting. I'm trusting that the main frame of the spinner or the main body of the spinner will not rust so easily because this is in M390. I have to say that the plates are quite thick, so you could see that there's quite a large lip in between where the bearing sits and where the flat surface is of the spinner. So I think that even R188 spec buttons, even if they're made for spinners with the screw cap retention bearing system, I don't think those buttons will actually work. This seems to be like a dedicated button for this particular spinner, and I definitely prefer this button design versus the previous one on my 688 plexiglass Viper. So yeah, I'm gonna pop these buttons back on, and then let's give this thing a first spin. I'm quite bummed out about the finishing here though, I have to admit. Like that's yeah. Well, anyway, here we go. Oh, that's quite smooth. I mean, we all saw it's a shielded bearing, so that's really, really silent. Oh, am I actually getting a warp on camera? Wait, what? That's cool, guys. I'm actually getting a warp on camera in this lighting. I haven't had a warp in a long time in this lighting, right? How cool is that? Yeah. Alright. First impression is pretty good. Definitely pretty comfortable actually. I'm surprised because of the size as well. Now, just for good measure, I have the plexiglass Viper out here, just for comparison. And yeah, you guys can tell that the buttons are different because I swapped the buttons out to a larger set of buttons. And I'm gonna just give you guys a size comparison between these two. And you can see that the Mini Viper is actually smaller in both the length and width dimensions, right? And I'm gonna say that I'm actually holding it in my hand now, because if I do it like this, it's kind of hard for you to see this since it's kind of clear-ish. But in the thickness dimension, they look to be exactly the same. And weight-wise, of course, I'm gonna say that the M390 version is much heavier than the plexiglass version, but the plexiglass version doesn't feel too light because of its size. But this would be, in my opinion, a pretty good proportion, like as in, you know, size to weight ratio. I kind of like it, and I love that clinging sound because, yeah, steel balls. So, wait, if these are steel balls, then what are these? Are these tungsten balls then? Okay, so I'm gonna have to check since these already have balls in them. I wonder what material those are. Alright, another size comparison for you guys. I'm gonna bring out the classic stubby. Overall, it is definitely taller than a stubby. Width-wise, it is not as wide as a stubby. Yeah, I know the camera angle doesn't allow you to see that clearly. Oh, let's just do this. There, you guys can see, right? And thickness-wise, it is just about the same. Interesting. Cool, I like it. I like it. That's awesome. Yep, so that's my first impressions and my kind of showcase of this M390 version of the Mini Viper by YEC Work. I actually like it a lot. I like the way it feels in hand. I gotta say that I'm a little bit disappointed with the finish here. There are a little bit more smaller nuances that I'm a little bit disappointed at. For example, the finishing around those trit slots, they don't look the cleanest. And I'm kind of nitpicking right now, but yeah, those chamfers there, they don't look the cleanest. Yeah. These three here are really clean, but not on these three, and definitely not on these. Just a little bit of nitpicking here and there, but you know, I paid $232 for this, so I guess it's fair of me to expect better quality finishing on this thing. But yeah, this one irks me the most. Like all of these four, they irk me the most. Yeah, a little bit disappointed with this. I'm on the fence. I can't say that I regret getting it, but then again, I'm not really happy with the finish. I'm definitely being honest with you guys and very transparent. So what I will do still is I will still reach out to Lin Mai, and I will still let him know about the gripes that I had about this due to the price that I paid. But apart from that, that is it, everyone. Thank you so much for sticking all the way throughout and sharing in the slice of my life. I hope you found this interesting, and I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. And if you did enjoy the video and you like content like this and you want to see more, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you do subscribe, make sure that you hit the bell to be notified of any new uploads that I put out. Also, I run a Patreon page. I'll put a link up here to that if you want to go check it out. And if you do become a patron of mine, thank you so much in advance. It would really mean a lot to me and help the channel out way more than whatever YouTube does. And a tablespoon for you guys as I'm doing the outro. Once again, everyone, this is the Mini Viper in M390. Thanks again for watching, everyone. I will catch all of you in the next slice of my life. Until then, everyone, gaga, boos.